first came into the business, I actually was teamed up with people, one individual in particular, who was the definition of a safety cop. He was definitely that. And I remember a specific incident. We had two temporary workers in the refinery who had come in. It was the middle of summer. I knew they were college kids, probably just making minimum wage, coming in just to earn some bucks for the summer. They were wearing tennis shoes and shorts. They were wearing tank tops or a t-shirt, no hard hats, no safety glasses. And, you know, admittedly, all they were doing was walking up a portable staircase, and they had a 1-ton bag of charcoal, activated charcoal, and all they had to do was open the bottom of it and let it drain into this steel hopper so it could be used somewhere else. But I remember when we drove up on that scene, and I remember the guy I was with, and remember this is in the mid 80s. You know, it's popular to wear your hat turned backwards now. It was not at the time. We all wore our ball caps with the bill forward. Except the guy I was riding with, I'll never forget it. He looked at me and he said, "Watch this." And he turned his ball cap around, and my stomach just sunk because I knew what was coming next. And he walked up to where his bill cap wouldn't hit this young man in the forehead. That's why he turned his baseball cap around, and he got nose to nose with him, and he began just to chew him out.
Oh man.
And you know, and I was just, my jaw dropped, and then I was embarrassed. And he comes back to the truck and he gets in and he says, "What do you think of that?" And I said, "I think that's probably the most embarrassing thing I've seen in a very long time." And keep in mind, I had just joined the safety department, so I hadn't been here very long, probably less than 6 months.
Oh, you really said that?
And he says to me, "What?" And I said, "Yeah, it's probably one of the most embarrassing things I've seen in a very long time." That young man only learned one thing. He learned that you're a jerk.
Yeah, that's true.
He didn't learn anything, and he probably got hired with no instructions and no training. But instead of addressing the real issue, you gave him what for, and you certainly made his day. And you might have made yourself feel good, but at the end of the day, you didn't gain anything from this. So he says, "That's it, I'm taking you back to the department." And he did. Well, you know, in a refinery and chemical plant, rumors and stories and tales and myths travel faster than a truck. So by the time we got back to the office, everybody in the office knew about what had happened. And as soon as I walked in, they asked me, "What do you think?" And I said, "I think it's the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. This department can do better than that." "Well, you've only been here 6 months." "You're right. I've only been here 6 months. You're right. I'm the youngest guy on the totem pole. I admit it. But did that work?" All these two kids know now, they're college kids, but all they know right now is he's a jerk. And we're all jerks because we all dress the same uniform. We represent the same people. So we're all jerks now. But they didn't learn what it would have been better to do. They didn't learn what their boss, their contract boss, failed to teach them. They didn't learn what they should have had. They didn't learn anything except he's a jerk and so are we. So how about we take a little bit different approach? And some of the guys definitely understood what I was talking about right away because they wouldn't do that, but it didn't matter. It was a reflection on all of us. So at the time I was in a bigger department, and so it was a reflection on all of us. But I realized in just that one instance that is not the way you do the job.